Assalamu alaikum. Today we'll talk about dimensioning guidelines and dimensioning using Inventor demonstration and some classwork about how to make a model, how to model a part using solid modeling concept using the software of Inventor. At the beginning, guys, what are the dimensioning rules and why you want them? In general, when you design a part using Inventor, after finishing the model, we will produce the technical sheets, technical drawings, where you place the front view, side view, top view, section view, isometric view. Remember that this drawing will go to manufacturer, to construction company, to your colleague, your friend. Okay? The drawing or technical sheet should be provided with all details. One of these details are the dimensions. The dimensions. Now, can we write dimensions on the drawing arbitrarily as we wish? No. There are some rules. We should follow them. So, in general, guys, I taught you in 216L that when you draw something, it should be a formal way. And we talked about that our engineering drawing is our language and should be a standard language. One of these things, dimensioning rules. So guys, what are the dimensioning rules? One, dimensions should not be duplicated or the same information given in two different ways. As example, you can see here, guys, in the top view or on the front view or side view. As example here, on the front view, the length or dimension between this line and this line is 2. That's right? And the same length given on the top view, 2. One of them should be removed. Same thing for 1.5 dimension. Same for the 0.75 dimension. Same for 1 dimension. The height on the front view is 1. Same height on the right is 1. So one of them should be removed. Same for the 0.5 and 0.5. Same for the 1 depth, and 1 depth can be taken from the front or the top view. One of them should be removed. So this is the correct one, guys. Rule number 2. Dimensions should be attached to the view that best shows the contour of the feature to be dimensioned. As example, you can see this is the view where the contour can be seen clearly in the front view. In this example, the dimension, this dimension and this length are given on the top view, and the top view can't show the contour of these surfaces. The level of this surface and this one can be seen clearly from the front view. So these dimensions 2, 1.5 and 0.7 should be given on the front view, not on the top view. So this is not correct or not recommended. This is correct or recommended. As you see, 2, 1.5, 0.75 on the front view, not on the top view. Same thing, guys, for 1 and 0.5 on the side view, right side view. The 0.5 and 1 can be seen clearly from the front view, not from the right side view. So the level of this surface and this surface clearly seen in the front view, not on the right view. Third rule, whenever possible, guys, avoid dimensioning to hidden lines and features. As example, in these multi-views, as you see, the height of this hidden line, 0.75, represent the height of this edge. That's right, or this surface. And this surface from right, hidden, not seen. And the rule says that don't dimension to hidden line. Okay? Whenever possible. That means sometimes we have exceptions. But in general, don't put dimension to a hidden line. So the correct thing, guys, move the 0.75 from the hidden line here, okay, to here. Fourth, avoid dimensioning over or through the object. object mean here, guys? The multi-views. In this example, on the top view, we have the dimension of 1. This is inside the view, should be removed outside the view. Same thing for this height is 1, should be removed outside the view. Same thing for this one, same thing for this one. So this is not correct, not recommended. This is the way we recommend to put dimension like this, guys. So all of dimensions should be outside the multi-views, not inside the multi-views whenever possible. 5. A dimension should be attached to only one view. In this example, guys, we can see that the length from here to here is 2 units. And this dimension line with 2 extension lines, the first extension line attached to the front view and the second extension line attached to the top view. Avoid that. Keep the 2 extension lines attached to one view, not 2 views. So this is not correct. This is the correct way. So this extension line number 1 and this is number 2, both of them attached to the front view. Number 6, whenever possible, locate dimensions between adjacent views. In this example, guys, front, top, right, side view. We have a space here between the top and the front. We have some space between the front and the side view. Keep all dimensions, whenever possible, between the views. Imagine, don't draw, guys. Imagine that we have a rectangle like this. This rectangle containing the multi-views and dimensions. Avoid to put dimensions outside this rectangle. Keep them inside this rectangle between the views whenever possible. We have exceptions, yes. But in general, keep them between the views. So the 1, 0.75, 0.5, 0.75, 1.5, 2, all of them should be between the views, like this. Here we have exception, guys. Why? Because to keep the 0.75 here between the views, we will attach it to the hidden line, and this should be avoided. So keep it outside, never mind. You good idea? For this 0.75 should be inside the views, between the views. So we will attach it to hidden line. But one of the rules says that don't attach dimension to a hidden line. Avoid that. So keep it outside as an exception. It's okay. Whenever possible, avoid sending extension lines through object views. As example, guys, we have here the height from here to here, 0.5. And by mistake, we put the dimension here. To show that this height is 0.5, we will extend the extension line to here through the multi-view, through the front view. And this should be avoided, guys. We have exceptions, yes. But in general, in most of cases, guys, avoid to extend the extension line through the multi-view. So how we can fix this problem, guys? Put the 0.5 to the right to avoid extending or sending the extension line through the object view. Same thing for the 0.75, 1.52, all of them. Don't extend the extension lines for them inside the multi-views. In general, a circle, guys, a circle is dimensioned by its diameter. And the arc by its radius. So this is full circle. You should write the diameter. This is part of circle, which is arc. Write the radius in general, guys. Holes are located by their center lines, center line number 1 and center line number 2, which may be extended outside the view to be used as extension line for dimension, for a dimension. So we want to locate the circle. So the first center line, second center line. Now the distance between this line and this center line should be indicated, and same thing for the other one. In this case, extend the center line and use it as extension line, never mind. And same thing for the other one. Holes should be located and sized in the view that shows the feature as a circle. Now, this hole, guys, can be seen as a circle from the front or top or side from the front view. So the hole or the dimension of the hole should be located on the view where you can see the hole as a circle, not a rectangle. So in this example, guys, diameter given on the view where you can see the hole as a rectangle, not circle. So this is wrong, not recommended. So remove this one and write the diameter on the front view, as you can see here. Same thing for the location of the center. Same thing, guys. The location of the center given on the side view and top view. This is wrong. Keep the center location and the circle or hole radius or diameter on the front view, not the side or top view. Do not cross dimension line with extension line. Avoid crossing, guys, as possible. As you see in this example, we have the diameter of this circle. This is dimension line with extension line. Crossing this extension line for this dimension and dimension line for this dimension, guys. And here, the extension line crossing dimension line. Avoid that as possible. So, instead of that, guys, put the diameter of this circle on this side. So, not crossing any extension line or other dimension lines. Same thing for the 1 and 2, guys. The 2 is the largest dimension. The 1 is the smallest dimension. To avoid crossing, put the smallest inside the largest dimension, as you can see. And same thing for 0.5 and 1. You can move the 0.5 to the right to keep it between two views and keep the one like this. Leader line point toward the center of the feature. Here we have a hole, can be seen as a circle. We should put diameter here. Remember that the leader should point to the center, okay? And should not be horizontal line and should not be vertical line. So avoid this angle, the horizontal and vertical angles. Avoid them. You can use 45 angle, 15 angle, any angle, never mind. Okay, guys? But remember, the leader should point to the center and it should not be horizontal line and it should not be vertical line. Dimension numbers should be centered between arrowheads, except when you using stacked dimensions, as in this example, guys. We have cylinder, larger cylinder, larger cylinder. From the side view, you can see rectangle number 1, 2, 3. So we will put dimensions, diameter of the first one, diameter of the second one, diameter of the third one, as you see. Now, as you see, these are stacked dimensions. So it's very difficult to read dimensions. In this case, guys, one of them should be shifted to up or down to make them clearly read, or to read them clearly, guys, okay? So now we can distinguish that this is the phi 3 diameter of the largest one, this is phi 2.25 diameter of the middle one, and this is phi 1.5 the smaller one dimension. Concentric circles are dimensioned in the longitudinal view whenever practical. In this example, guys, we have circle, second circle, third circle. All of these circles are concentric circles and representing all of these cylinders from the front view. Prefer to put them in this view, guys, on this view. So try to, because they are concentric, try to avoid put dimensions here, put dimension on the side view like this, guys. And remember that if they are stacked, move one of them up or down, left or right. Now, guys, these are the rules, the most important rules in dimensioning. Now, how we can use Inventor to add dimensions? Let's go to Inventor, and let me stop here and then continue by starting a new video.